Let's kick it off with Darren from Playground Sessions.
Playground Sessions is an application that teaches piano and music theory. We use popular songs that we license, and we break those songs down into different levels of arrangements for every skill level. This is the main dashboard. So this is where you can see the most popular songs that were recently added. We have a leaderboard and connection to Facebook. The next tab is the progress chart. I'll come back to this a little bit later. But this is where you see your overall progress over time. And then we have our badges tab as well. So this is where it's just similar to Foursquare, where you earn badges for certain achievements and accomplishments. If you go to our song library, these are the songs you've already downloaded. So these are some of the ones that we have, that I've already have downloaded. They're on the computer. And what we do for each one, we have an introductory video. And this is David Sides. He has a lot of arrangements on YouTube, about 200 million views. And he teaches all of our lessons, and he does all of the piano arrangements. And I'll just take you through what real quick.
Today we're going to learn one of my favorite songs, Halo, at an intermediate level. The song is played in A major, and these are the keys you need to know to play it. A, B, C sharp.
So what we do is we break the arrangements down into rookie level, intermediate level, and advanced level. And we also break the songs down into song sections. So you learn the intro first, then the verse, chorus, eventually working your way up to the full song. And we also break it down into the right hand, left hand, and then you perform both hands simultaneously. So this is the intro for the right hand. And for every section, there's a video where David kind of walks you through as well.
So let's take a look at the right hand introduction of this song. Now, the introduction is only 4 measures long, and it only shows up in the beginning of the song. So now I want to walk you through measure by measure to teach you how to play this. Let's start in the first measure. We're going to have our thumb here on E, to the right and middle C, our index finger here on A, and our ring finger here on C sharp, making this A major second inversion triad.
So as you can see, as he demonstrates the lesson, the keyboard highlights, and you can see on the staff notation which note he's playing. And if there's any difficulty in locating a note, you just double click on the note head, and it'll highlight on the screen below. So some people like to learn by watching videos, or, the keyboard up top, which is very YouTube centric. Some people, like to watch notation, which is what we're kind of encouraging people to do, to learn how to read music notation. And then some people just like to watch the actual.
Now, each measure plays a particular pattern. So what I want to do now is start with this first measure and show you exactly which pattern we're going to use to.
Now this is interactive with any MIDI or USB keyboard, but once you're finished with the section, you go to the practice mode. And what this does is you'll hear a count in, you'll get an accompaniment. Every note you play right, the note head will turn green. Every note you play wrong, the note head will turn red. And if you're rhythmically close, it'll turn pink. So, ideally what you see whenever you get this dialog box is the percentage of correct notes versus incorrect notes. And you get a score as well. So there are some gating elements to it, and some social connectivity as well. But we try to lean definitely more towards the educational aspect of it. And if you click on where it says see more detail, this reverts back to that progress chart. And this tells you your progress over time. So you can see your total time spent on that section, your total attempts, your personal best on that section, and your running average. And so it has the data points as well. So you can go back and see that on May 19th, I got a 94%, and then on June 4th at 1:44 p.m., I got a 33%. So you'll be able to hear a quick excerpt of the rookie, intermediate, and advanced.
For example, we're going to be using chords on our left hand in this song, and you can learn more about them in intermediate lesson number 1. I want to first play for you what the rookie arrangement sounds like.
And this is the song Halo by Beyonce.
Now let's listen to what we're going to learn today at intermediate. advanced arrangement would sound like. Okay, but before we can do that, we first have to
So
start.
that's a really good example of the different levels. So rookie is really just one note in each hand. It's really about learning coordination. Intermediate is eighth notes with chords in the left hand, and advanced is kind of anything goes. What I want to show you is the boot camp next. And this is our music theory section. So we have about 35 lessons ranging from intro to the keyboard, intro to step notation, all the way down to 16th notes, dominant seventh, chord progressions, transposition. And these are all similar format. So they're video lessons. They range from anywhere from 10 minutes to 30 minutes long. And what we do is we use excerpts of the songs to reinforce the concept of that music theory lesson. So a lot of times music theory goes over people's heads because they don't know how it relates practically. So this is where you can buy the song lessons or you can buy the boot camp lessons. So we have songs ranging from John Lennon to Beyonce to we have classical music, we have standards, we have traditional songs. So really a pretty wide variety kind of to accommodate everyone's interests. And that's the application, if there's any questions.
How'd you get the licensing for all the songs?
We have licenses in place with about 17 publishers. So it's not easy, but we eventually got them all secured.
Do any of the very beginning videos talk about like technique and positioning?
Yeah, absolutely. That's what Intro to Staff Notation and Intro to the Keyboard is. We also have one called Choreography. It was all about hand positioning and fingering.
Do you have any success stories from like people who just learned how to play the piano through this?
Oh yeah, absolutely. If you go to our Facebook page, there's tons of testimonials. We have people, if you go back to our leaderboard, let me see if I can find her. We had one person right on our Facebook page. I don't see her here now, but she basically said, I've always tried learning, always, failed, lost interest, but now I kind of, now I have something that motivates me and engages me a little bit more. So that was one of the success stories.
And so you guys are working with some schools in the future?
Yeah, so one of our objectives of our mission is to integrate into school systems, help supplement music education programs. We actually formed a partnership with Quincy Jones about a year ago, and we launched in February. And we delayed that to let that relationship develop so that he can provide input on our curriculum, help with outreach to artists and schools. And he really, just provides overall guidance for us. And what we do is we're in about maybe 5 or 6 schools across the country right now that are really our pilot programs. And every school is different in terms of the teachers, the funding, the setups, the equipment. So we're really just using the data and the responses from them to really kind of evaluate how we can be most effective in school systems.
What's the youngest age you see using it?
We say around 8. Someone who's 8 can probably use it on their own. Someone younger can use it. They'll probably need a little guidance. We have Miley Cyrus and Justin Bieber songs in here to accommodate them. We're trying to get some younger content in as well. But they probably need someone to help get them started.
My 6-year-old is already over the beeps.
All right.
Cool. Thank you.
After seeing this, I certainly felt like